Hello, Sagittarius, a wide-open soul longing for the light. I can feel your presence closer than any measurable distance, and I know you're exactly where you're meant to be, a sacred space where truth, freedom, and spiritual light are honored like guiding flames. You're not here by chance, not because of a link, a click, or a floating video on the internet. You're here because your soul led you here. Because something deep within you is gently knocking at the door. A sign, a confirmation, a perfectly timed word, just enough to pull you back to the center of who you are. I'm only a voice that stands between the invisible bridges connecting three pieces of your soul. The person you are now, the one you once were, and the one the universe is guiding you to become. If you are Sagittarius, this reading may echo through you like highland wind, awakening that primal search for truth and freedom etched into your very blood. But even if you're not Sagittarius, if your heart is urging you to break limits, and your soul is thirsting for awakening, then this message will still find its way to you. Because today, what is spoken doesn't come from me, but from the deepest and highest realms. Invisible guides whispering behind your every choice, guardian angels who stayed awake with you on sleepless nights, ancestors whose blessings still flow through the blood you carry, and a soul who once left this world, yet whose love still quietly flows beside you like a sacred underground stream. We are stepping into a journey that opens the gate between dimensions, where logic is no longer the main language, and your heart becomes the only compass pointing toward your true direction. We will not walk this path through loud prayers, but through stillness, through the courage to listen, and through the trust that you are worthy of being led back to the light. Sagittarius, today you're not just listening to a reading, you are opening a door to the part of your soul you forgot in the race to survive the world. And if something in your heart is already moving, let the journey begin from right here. Dear Sagittarius, you are a soul that cannot be tamed. You have crossed emotional deserts not to stay there, but to find your own path. No one taught you how to live after your world collapsed, and yet you rose, again and again, stronger, freer, and more honest with yourself than ever before. You are not someone who clings to the comfort zone. You choose the truth, even when it hurts. And because of that, today, from the other side of the thin veil between realms, those who protect you want to send you a very specific message. If you've been feeling tired for no clear reason, as if something is slowly draining your energy, that is not your imagination. The universe is sending you a symbol, the green agate stone, not for decoration, but to remind you of your power to restore yourself. The universe is aligning you with a sacred emblem, green agate, the stone of healing and energetic restoration. This stone has not appeared randomly. It comes to you as a message from the cosmos, that you are a living light, a nomadic flame that transforms every space you enter, not with sound, but with your calm energy and your quiet strength. Look back on your life for a moment. Have there been people, not even close to you, who came near and told you everything about their lives? They didn't know why, but you did. Because your vibration, honest, unguarded, courageous, awakens something forgotten inside them. You carry an ancient light within you, a light that doesn't need a reason to exist, because it is in itself a reminder that faith still lives. And with that gift comes a quiet, sacred responsibility to protect your own energy. Because not everyone understands that a Sagittarius may laugh loudly, speak boldly, walk far, yet carry a heart that is delicate, intuitive, and more easily drained than most imagine. When you are surrounded by heavy or inauthentic energy, you may find yourself exhausted, uninspired, or even disconnected from your own essence. Today, your guides want you to remember one thing. You have the right to be at peace. You have the right to say no without explanation and without guilt. You have the right to close cycles that have run their course. Spend your time with those who are worthy of your light, not just those who enjoy being near it. The green agate will help you re-establish a sacred distance, so you can hold your energy for yourself, like a land that needs rest after seasons of storms. And if you are feeling drained, close your eyes and whisper to yourself, I return to myself. I restore my body and soul. I reclaim the energy I have lost. I no longer need to prove anything. I deserve to be fully, wholly myself. This act, simple as it may seem, if done with trust and presence, will guide you back to the root of your inner strength. Now, let us speak of something that I know has been stirring quietly within you: abundance. People often think Sagittarius doesn't care much about material things. But the truth is, financial freedom is one of the few things that allows you to live in full alignment with your soul. You don't crave wealth out of greed. You need abundance because you know. A soul unbound by worries of survival is a soul free to rise toward where the light waits. And lately, you may have felt that something is no longer flowing as it once did. As if a thin layer of smoke has clouded the way, an invisible wall, subtle but present, blocking the natural stream the universe was meant to send your way. What you deserve has not reached you. What belongs to you has been strangely delayed, and not because you haven't worked hard enough, not because you lack talent or courage, but because been an energetic interference from outside. I see it clearly. Hands that are not yours have touched what was meant to be only yours. They've redirected, distorted, and muddied the waters that were once pure and flowing. Have you ever felt that someone was hiding something? Have you ever suspected a betrayal was being veiled? Have you ever sensed movement behind your back, where your eyes cannot reach? If you have felt these things, you are right. There are people very close to you, even within the same space, the same family, the same workplace, who have tried to dim your light. Not because you did anything wrong, but because your light reminded them of the darkness they carry. Some of them carry a feminine energy, gentle on the surface, but cold underneath, and quietly limiting you. They don't act with noise, but with silent energy, envy dressed in polite clothing. Among them, there is one woman in particular. Her hair lies somewhere between light brown and copper. Her energy emits coldness, ambition, and a dangerous subtlety. She did not come to learn from you. She came to keep you behind. She did not come to connect. She came to absorb your energy without ever asking permission. But listen to me carefully. They have no power over you. They cannot take what is yours unless you allow it. Because the law of cosmic justice never fails. And when dark energy is released with intent, it always returns to its sender, multiplied, heavier, not in the way they expect, but in the way nature requires. One of those individuals will face a physical breakdown, not as punishment from you, but as the inevitable collapse of the imbalance they themselves created. But you, Sagittarius, must not dwell in anger, must not freeze in the past. You were not born to live in resentment. You came here to rise above it, and right now, I feel a loving presence near you. A soul once deeply connected to you but no longer here in physical form. They are beside you. I see the image of the ocean, the scent of salt water, the vastness, the sound of waves crashing. That place is where they found peace or left a memory deeply tied to you. It may be a grandfather, a grandmother, a father, a mother, someone whose love for you transcends the boundaries between worlds. They whisper to you now. Every time you hear water, gaze at the sea, walk along the shore. You are not just in nature, you are touching their soul. They were once imperfect, they once made mistakes. They may have hurt you, sometimes without meaning to. But now, from another dimension, they look at you with awakened eyes, with unconditional love. And they say, do not stop because of old wounds. Do not run just because you were once disappointed. You are light, light born from the very heart of darkness. And within the bloodstream of your family, there is another warning. A dark spiral of energy is repeating. A cycle of manipulation, control, or loss that once occurred in a previous generation is now trying to repeat itself with you. But unlike them, you are aware. You have the power to break the chain. You carry a soul that has already burned its way through destruction. You do not need to repeat pain to belong. Sagittarius, you are walking through a narrow bend in destiny. And during this phase, matters related to inheritance, property, legacy, or material rights are becoming unusually complicated. I see clearly the signals from your soul guides. Delays, a lack of transparency, and signs of injustice are unfolding, and none of it is by accident. There is deception, manipulation, and legal traps quietly being set. You are being urged to believe sweet words, to trust polite smiles. But your heart, your intuition, has already seen the cracks behind those eyes. Be careful. Review everything you sign. Trust your intuition, Even if everyone around you tells you not to doubt, you know when something is off, and you have the sacred right to protect what is yours. I emphasize this because your angels are whispering it to me again and again. You are not alone. Even if everything feels unfair today, even if it seems like you're being held back at the most pivotal turn, the truth will soon be brought into light. The universe does not forget, and what was held back will be returned to you with interest. Just hold your mind steady. Guard your energy as you would a sacred land. Believe in the strength that has been forged through every storm you survived. Now, take a deep breath. Your angels are trying to tell you something. The answer you seek is not outside. It is within. It has always been there. Do not rush. Do not force yourself to keep up with the noise. Listen to your heart. It has always known the way. This journey, Sagittarius, is not just another adventure. It is a path of revelation where you close an ancient karmic cycle. You are not just healing yourself. You are cleansing an entire stream of inherited wounds, burdens that were never yours, but were placed in your hands through generations of silence. You are not repeating your family's story, you are completing it. You are the arrow flying forward, not to escape, but to shatter the patterns that once imprisoned your ancestors' souls. There is a woman, a feminine ancestral spirit, standing close to you right now. She has eyes as deep as the ocean, a face as strong as an ancient mountain. You may not have known her in this lifetime, but her blood, she sees you, she walks beside you. She protects you, not through control, but through the sacred recognition that you are the one chosen to end the fear and begin true freedom. Where there was silence, you become the voice. Where there was submission, you awaken sovereignty. Where there was fear, you plant the seeds of courage. And that work is not easy, but that's what makes it sacred. And your soul chose that power to walk this earth at this time. Now there is something else you need to know. Love is knocking. Not just any love, but a love that has matured, a love reborn through understanding. It may be someone you once knew, returning with a changed heart, or someone entirely new, but drawn to you through the purified energy you now radiate. This time it does not come from lack. It does not come from a need to be filled. It comes from mutual respect, from shared empathy, from light that wants to be shared, not claimed. And if you're thinking of someone, an old connection that never fully closed, yes, your energy is still linked to them. Reconciliation may happen, but only if you choose it. Only if it no longer makes you smaller, but helps you grow. Your soul no longer belongs to halfway love, to unclear intentions, to relationships that dim your flame. You did not come here to rush through life. You came here to live deeply, not to please, but to expand your light. Not to hold on, but to learn to love without clinging. And if that love returns, let it return. But this time, you will be the one to set the terms of kindness. From the wisdom and growth that now rise within you, there is no room left for repeated wounds. No more space for emotional chains tying you to the past. Only soul connections remain that lift you, open you, and bring you back to who you truly are. And now, your angels show me a quiet transformation happening behind the scenes. In your career, your creative calling, or your spiritual path. There is something you were once brilliant at, something you once loved, but you set it aside because of fear, because of how others looked at you, because of silent doubts you couldn't name. Now is the time to return to it. It may be writing, it may be teaching, it may be healing, it may be working with your hands, it may be connecting to others through stories born from your own heart. Whatever it is the voice of your soul whispering, "Let me live." Don't delay any longer. Don't slow your breath just because the world isn't ready. You don't need the perfect environment to begin. You only need you. Take the first step, even if the ground trembles, even if you don't have all the resources. The rest, the universe will send along the way. Sagittarius, you know this truth. Big transformations do not need to be announced. They are felt, not seen. And one such transformation is drawing near. In the coming days, you will receive a clear sign, a dream. A repeating sequence of the number 8, a feather, a butterfly crossing your path. None of it is random. You are being guided with the precision of a sacred arrow. All you need to do is remain open, pay attention, and trust. And now let me offer you one final gift, a direct message from your guides. Do not be afraid to let go. What falls away is not punishment, it is release. What hurts when it leaves is not you. It is simply an old skin your soul no longer needs. What remains is what truly supports you. What is coming will be greater than anything you ever dared to dream. You only need to trust. Trust yourself. Trust the light you have always carried, even when the world made you forget. Because Sagittarius, you are entering a powerful phase of emotional liberation. There are old wounds buried deep, disguised as strength, as coldness, as control. But your angels do not want you to keep smiling while your insides scream. No, this is not a call to weakness. It is an invitation to bravery. The courage to feel, the courage to soften, the courage to be real with yourself. You are no longer here just to survive. You are here to live, to love, to heal, and to rise. The pain you still hold is not your enemy. It is a messenger. Listen to it, hold it, and then let it go. And if you feel lonely in this process, if you notice a few people disappear, if it seems like the world no longer sees you the way it once did, remember, when you shift, everything around you shifts too. Not everyone is meant to walk with you to the end. But you will meet new souls, aligned, steady, sincere. Keep your heart open, keep walking, because your next soul connection, the great one, is waiting for you on the other side of pain that has been healed. Sagittarius, you're beginning to realize that some ties you once believed were sacred are no longer in alignment. You care, you love, but your frequency is changing. And that is exactly right. Your soul is rising. When a new vibration awakens, not everyone, and not every connection can go with you. And that is not loss. That is evolution. Let go of what no longer lifts you. If it makes you hurt, cry. If it helps you breathe, breathe deeply. If it frees you, be grateful. Because within that open space, something new, something pure, something blessed is already on its way. When I speak of the new, I see doors opening before you. The universe is not only sending you an opportunity, it is offering you an invitation from destiny itself. It may arrive as a surprise proposal, a project full of inspiration, or even a complete shift in where and how you live and work. However it shows up, it is not random. This opportunity is the result of the inner purification you so bravely walked through. You released what was no longer you, and in doing so, you became the vessel worthy of what you were born to hold. And if your heart beats faster when you think of it, that is your path. You don't need to understand everything before you begin. You only need to say, I agree. The rest will be delivered. And now, your soul guides want you to know something even deeper. You are breaking a chain of energy that is passed down through generations, especially through the feminine line of your family, your mother, your grandmother, your ancestors. Whether they are still here or have passed on, there is a current you have been chosen to end, a story that keeps repeating, of love unhealed, of silence soaked in tears, of betrayal buried beneath smiles. You may have asked yourself, why is it always me who must be strong? Why do I carry so much? And the answer is beautiful. Because you are the one with the power to transform it. Because you are the soul who chose to walk the path no one else dared to walk. Because you are not just healing yourself, you are liberating your entire bloodline. You may never have heard this before, but today, your soul needs to hear it clearly. You did not fall, because you were the only one in this lineage brave enough to rise. You are the alchemist of your family. This work is not easy, but it is sacred. Honor your lineage, forgive what hurt you, remember what shaped you, and then let it go. You are not the old story of your ancestors. You are a new chapter, a story they themselves never dared to write. They wanted to write it. The souls who came before you, those who lived in silence, in obedience, in unspoken pain. And now, allow me to give you a direct message from one soul who has always watched over you from beyond the veil. He, a masculine light, warm and steady, shows me that his light has grown stronger each time you took another step forward. And what he wants you to know most of all is this: he has always been by your side. When you sleep, when you laugh alone, when you listen to sad music, and especially when you achieve a small victory and no one is there to celebrate with you. He whispers into the energy around you, do not regret what never came to be. I am at peace, and I want to see you at peace too. Live, love, dare. Don't stop on my behalf anymore. Hold on to your precious soul. Life is not punishing you, it is purifying you. Every goodbye, every loss, every long night has been a step leading you to a true blossoming, a rebirth from within. Write these words somewhere you can see them every day. I release everything that no longer aligns with my soul. I am ready to receive what the universe has for me. I trust my path. I am worthy. I am light. I am a new Sagittarius. We continue because your soul is still awakening, and you are not alone in this space of light. Here, everything arrives through softness and depth. Here, nothing is forced, and here, so much more is being offered to you. I feel a shift forming around you, a movement connected to your sense of home. Sagittarius, you may be feeling the urge to move, to leave, to shed a bond. Even if it once felt like family, like safety, it may no longer reflect what your soul truly needs. This is not impulsiveness. This is guidance from those who protect you. They are whispering, create a new place for yourself. Whether it's a room, a city, or a way of living, let it be a space where you can breathe in peace, without fear, without tension, without emotional noise. If a place keeps you awake in silence, if a relationship makes you feel small, then your spiritual compass is already calling for change. You were not born to shrink inside a space that does not expand you. You no longer belong to any place where your soul cannot grow. No matter how many memories tie you, remember, what's coming is far more aligned with the new version of you that is rising. You were once taught that stability meant staying, but you, Sagittarius, you know, true stability is evolution. It is being yourself and resting peacefully in your truth. And that peace is closer than you think. Now your guides turn their message toward your body. They have repeated this many times. You need to listen more closely to your physical being. What have you been feeling lately? Minor aches, lingering fatigue, strange signals that appear and vanish. Your body has been trying to speak to you, and it holds emotions you haven't yet released in words. You have a rare sensitivity, and because of it, your body is the final place your soul sends its messages. Cry if you need to. Rest if your soul demands it. Move gently. Connect with water, with the sea, with the wind. Bathe in salt. Meditate. Breathe consciously. Treat yourself as if you were the one being you love most on this earth. No more punishing yourself. No more demanding endurance. No more staying silent in exhaustion. You deserve to be cared for, not just healed. And finally, dear Sagittarius, I see a very clear sign coming. A letter, a message, a call. Something you've been waiting for, something you thought had gone silent, is about to open a new door for you. But remember, it will come with a choice. And when that moment arrives, do not choose from fear. Choose from expansion. And if you've listened this far, then something inside your heart has already begun to stir. If this resonates with you, leave a sacred affirmation in the comments. I am ready to open the door of my destiny, or I have heard my soul. Because the universe is listening, and the souls beyond the veil, they are watching you with light. Ask yourself, Sagittarius, does this bring me closer to the life I truly want to build? Does this honor who I truly am? Is this freeing me, or is it caging me? The answer will be there, in the silence of your awakened self. And from the invisible world, another whisper rises. You are about to reunite with someone important. It may be someone from your past, where something was left undone. It may be someone familiar, but returning on a new frequency, more mature, more clear. It does not have to be romantic, but it might be. Whatever form it takes, this reunion will carry truth, freedom, and either a deep closure or a true beginning. Because there is no more room for half-truths. Sagittarius, your soul is ready for a complete love or a final goodbye. You can no longer hold halfway relationships. You can no longer breathe inside in different hearts. You cannot keep dimming your light just so others can feel comfortable. The love meant for you is the kind that makes you feel like you've come home. And before we close this journey, I want to leave you with a simple yet powerful ritual. Before you sleep, for the next 7 nights, place a glass of water beside your bed. Gently blow into the water and whisper, I release all that no longer nourishes my soul. The next morning, pour the water into the earth or down the drain with gratitude and say, my soul is in motion. I trust this journey. This is not superstition. This is intention made sacred through ritual, and your soul will understand instantly. We have reached the end of this journey, Sagittarius. But this is not a conclusion. This is a symbol of rebirth, a turning point charged with energy, a gateway opening to something greater, something you have been silently shaping within your soul without even realizing it. You have not merely listened to words, you have moved through them. You have passed through layers of truth, truths that have always been there, waiting for you to be brave enough to name them. And when that moment arrives, no one will ever again be able to make you doubt who you are. Because this is not entertainment, this is a ceremony to reconnect you with your whole, radiant self. Sagittarius, you are no longer who you were before reading these lines. The universe has spoken to you, with no filter. You have seen what many try to avoid. You have felt what others fear to face. And you know now, pain does not define you. It has forged you into a flame of truth. What is coming to you will not be small. It will be vast, aligned with the frequency you are finally ready to hold. You have called it in, you have sown it, and now you are ready to protect it. So keep walking forward without looking back. Trust what you cannot yet see, but which is already moving closer to you each day. Do not be afraid of being too clear, too sensitive, too sincere. Be exactly who you are. That is your greatest success. If any of this resonates with you, if every line felt like a hand gently brushing your spirit, if there was even a moment where you nodded in silence or shed a tear for no reason you could name, leave a comment, leave a word of gratitude, leave a sign that you are here with me in this sacred space. This space does not belong to me. It belongs to every soul brave enough to seek clarity and depth. And when you offer something, even just your energy, a message, a share, it will return to you. Thank you for feeling. Thank you for daring to go deep. Thank you for your precious presence, Sagittarius. We will meet again when your soul calls you back with all love and devotion. And when you leave this space, carry with you not just the words, but the knowing that your soul has been seen.